How's it going, everybody? NAMM 2020 in the Meinl room. It's a busy room right now, and I'm with Andrew from Meinl, and we're here to talk about some new offerings from Meinl and the cymbal, percussion, stick world. So let's start here with some cymbals and tell us what you got.
All right, cool. Well, thanks for dropping by. Lots of exciting stuff going on with Meinl Cymbals for 2020. So we'll start with some entry-level price points over here. The Hds Series, which has been a brass series of cymbals, has been affordable for a really long time, but perhaps a little bit dated in its look. So we gave it a little bit of a more contemporary logo. And that's pretty much the upgrades for Hds for this year. What's most important, I think, in the entry-level price point is that for the first time, Meinl is going to be offering Hds Bronze. So we're introducing this series for 2020. And as you can see, we offer a pretty wide assortment. So it's not going to be your standard entry-level sort of price point offerings where it's like a crash ride and maybe a 13-inch set of hats. Meinl has always been super proud to offer a really, really wide range of models, including some of the more niche-y sort of effects kinds of cymbals. So we have trash crashes, trash chinas, a trash splash, and bells, something that any drummer would be proud to have on their kit. So that's what's new in the entry-level price points. And if you want to follow me, I could show you some of the pro-level stuff that I am personally super excited about. So historically, Meinl Byzance cymbals have been our pro-level cymbals, and we've always had sort of 6 lines within Byzance, or 6 families, depending on the characteristics of the cymbals. And so within the extra dry line of Byzance, we introduced many years ago something called a dual cymbal, which visually is probably the most instantly recognizable as far as Meinl Cymbals is concerned. And they have a very distinct kind of a sound. It's a very trashy, raspy, smoky, funky, gritty kind of a sound.
Ooh, that was a lot of good cymbal adjectives you just gave us right there.
I've been practicing.
There you go.
So the main thing to take away from the introduction of our now 7th line is we have taken all of the dual cymbals that were already there, 15-inch hi-hats, 20, 22-inch crash rides, and we've expanded on that, and now we have this 7th family called Byzance Dual. So these 9 new models that we have here are going to include 16, 18, 20-inch trash crashes, 16, 18, 20-inch trash chinas, a 19-inch crash to expand on the 16 and 18 that we currently offer. We also only had 15-inch hi-hats available before in the dual series. Now we have 14s.
Nice.
Possibly my favorite and most exciting thing that we're coming out with that I'm so interested in seeing what you, other drummers, customers are going to do with it is our 14-inch multi-trash. So this is, again, a arguably multi-application type cymbal that you can use on its own. You can use it as an oversized splash, or perhaps you could use it as its own effects kind of trash crash, but you can also stack it on top of an existing cymbal, but you can use it as a top replacement hi-hat. So that's going to give you a really, really distinct sort of hand clap, dry, quick kind of a sound. But my favorite and most exciting thing is the potential for this to be used in a tri-hat configuration. So you can take this and add it to your existing set of hats, either on top, underneath, in between. It's up to you.
Yeah, there's really no rules, is there? I mean, there's so many unique sounds within what Meinl already makes, and obviously the new stuff coming too. If you want to experiment with something, just go for it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we're hoping that that's going to encourage people to sort of think outside the box and do some really interesting things. And given the price point, it's super affordable. And so it's something that we hope a lot of people will pick up and add to their setup. I can't help but notice you're looking at the Pure Alloy Custom.
Well, I'm a fan of the Pure Alloys already. We've used them on a lot of sessions and all kinds of stuff at Sweetwater for a while now. And I haven't seen these new models of Pure Alloy. Right. So is there a story behind these you can tell us?
There is. So glad you asked. But before we get into that, let me explain very quickly. Pure Alloy was launched in 2017.
Right.
We have made minimal additions to the lineup for this year, but it's worth noting that we now have a 24-inch medium ride and a 12-inch trash china. Okay. And so those two are going to be in addition to the existing line of Pure Alloy. So now we can get into Pure Alloy Custom. So that is new for 2020, and I'm super excited to share that we are responding to a lot of requests from different drummers and artists who wanted something that had a lot of the Pure Alloy sort of well-rounded characteristics in terms of sound, but maybe something that was a little bit more responsive at lower dynamic levels, something that was maybe a little bit thinner. So all of the Pure Alloy cymbals that were introduced in 2017 all have a medium weight designation to them. Everything in Pure Alloy Custom is going to be medium thin. Okay. So you have the same exact hammering, you have the same pinpoint lathing as the traditional Pure Alloys, but some differences you'll notice visually This is what we call a smoked bronze finish. So we have that, and if you were to look on the underside of the cymbal to add a little bit of glassiness and brilliance to it, give it a little bit more shimmer, we've actually buffed these to a brilliant finish.
Let's look, shall we?
Let's take a look. And so there you have it. And that is Pure Alloy Custom. So we are offering 16, 18, 20-inch medium thin crashes, the 18-inch trash crash, 15-inch medium thin hats, and a 22-inch medium thin ride. So we're super excited about that, and hopefully it's going to answer a lot of the demand that's been out there for the Pure Alloy sound, but perhaps slightly refined a little bit. And of course, as you're looking at this stuff, they stand out and look really nice. Should blend into any setup nicely.
I mean, Meinl has always made great looking cymbals, but it goes way, 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 way beyond that because the sound obviously speaks for itself.
Yep. And so
unique, special, cutting, works in any kind of music, all kinds of stuff. So great looking stuff. Can't wait to play it myself.
So I'd like to introduce to you, this is Gabriel Harris. He is one of the architects of the Meinl stick and brush line, which is something that we launched late last year. And we are very excited to have the support of Sweetwater. So there's a couple of additions that he's going to go into right now.
Thank you, Andrew. So for this year, we added a couple of the new Big Apple models. We wanted to expand that line. We also added a standard long 7A to complete the standard long line. As well, we have the Rebound multi-rods, which have a foam core inside surrounded by bamboo or birch dowels. These give a lot of rebound when you're playing off the drum. Feels a little bit different off the cymbals as well. Sometimes it maybe gives a little bit more attack. So they have a different feel than when you just have all dowels going across. As well, we have the vintage wire brush, which does not have the rubber coating. It's just the aluminum handle. So it's got a little bit different feel, more attack if you're digging into the snare drum. And then we took the hybrid 5A, which has been our most popular stick so far. We put the hard felt mallet head on for a switch stick. So we're calling it Switch Stick 5A. And then we also have a conga stick, which it's not just for congas, but it could be for cajon. It could be for anything where you want to simulate the hand on a drum. So, yeah.
So many, and you guys have expanded. The sticks haven't been around that long, or the brushes have not been around that long, but you have expanded the line really quickly into offering so many very cool sounds and feels and all of that stuff. Cajon brushes and all kinds of great stuff Meinl's making.
Yeah.
Awesome. So great. Thanks for the information. I'm sure you can get all this stuff at Sweetwater. If it's not already there, it'll be there soon. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.